Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are from. Here it is still the morning. It is 11 a.m. So good morning from me. But if if it's the afternoon or evening, then just replace it. So, how is everyone doing today? I hope that you are all doing fabulously, fabulously well. Happy Friday. So, I've just had a really crazy week. I've had a lot of things happen, a lot of things pop up. I've had to move some things around. The little one is home today. So, instead of a video today, the easiest thing for me would be to do this live stream. And I was, spending a few days going, if I do a video on Friday to replace what I was going to do, or a live stream, what am I doing it on? And, I try to give this woman a break because I know what it's like to have people just constantly berating you about what you do wrong. But I don't know. Kate, modern alternative mama, very well known anti vaxxer. She does run an MLM called Earthly Wellness. It is an MLM that she hides behind being an affiliate program and also uses it to push her anti vax rhetoric. And she's been saying a lot of things lately that's made me kind of perk up and go, This is not okay, Kate." And she wrote a book. She wrote a book. Hello, Carlos. Good to see you. Woohoo, Spade. Yeah, throw that spade at her because honestly, she's a bit crazy. She wrote a book and it even ended up, I don't know who that is, Carlos. She even ended up like making her own community mad at her though for this book. So that kind of made me laugh. So I want to talk about that and I want to just go through some of the posts that she's been doing because she's pissing me off. Okay, Kate, you're at that point now where I am actually getting very, very upset with you. So I have a fabulous group on Facebook that does keep tabs on this woman. The people who run it, the commenters in there, I adore them. They're all hilarious. I love going in there a few times a week, checking it out, just so that I can keep tabs on her more easily. And there's some things you've been posting, Kate, that I got an issue with. And I got to talk about them. If you're not familiar with my channel, hello there. My name is Beth, Queen of Spade, and I discuss scams, multi level marketing, pseudoscience, things of that nature, cults, that sort of thing. And modern alternative mama here has been well known on the platform for actually several years here on YouTube. I would say that I first heard about her from Jeff Holiday. For those who don't know, I'm a huge fan. And so she's been out here for a while. She originally had eyes on her because she's known for being very into holistic medicine, but to the point where she wants to replace Western medicine with it, to the point where if her child breaks their arm, she will not take them to the hospital. Things like this that are very worrisome. And myself as a mother, I look at Kate and kind of go, ooh, not a good choice as a mom, Kate. And there's a couple of things that she's done that also tell me she's not making the best choices as a mom. And we are going to get into that during this stream. I'm not usually judgmental of those sort of things. But if you are putting your own children in danger to try to promote your conspiracy theories, your very strong extremist beliefs, I might have an issue with your parenting then. That's when I will have an issue with your parenting. So she's made some just questionable posts lately. So I would really like to get into those. For example, here is one here. And as you can see, we are just starting off right fresh into how did you feel when a medical professional tried to strongly convince or coerce you into a particular action? And as you can see, she does have the Earthly Wellness MLM little tag here. And be like, yes, this is from my MLM company. And she basically says, if you've had it, tell us a story. So now we have all these stories here. For example, this first one, where we are talking about how this person got poisoned with heavy metal by an MRI contrast. Just some weird misinformation about how things works. We will have a lot of misinformation about, well, especially vaccines is something that seems to always, like, this person says, I was fear-mongered into vaccinating my daughter as an infant, even though I had not wanted to. One of the shots almost took her life. I didn't know that DTaP would cause SIDS. That is misinformation. It does not do that. But here we are on a page by Modern Alternative Mama, who is claiming to be someone that people in holistic medicine can look up to. And I've discussed this a lot on my channel, especially since I have had Jamie coming on my channel. I have no issue with people who want to use holistic medicine. I have no issue with it at all. My issue is when you want to replace Western medicine. Like I said, if your kid breaks their arm, take your kid to the hospital. Do not put some tea leaves on their arm and tell them they'll be cured. Okay? Things like that, not good. Misinformation like this, very dangerous. Very dangerous to mothers out there who could read this and then say, oh my God, that vaccine causes SIDS. I don't want to give it to my child. And that's the wrong information. And you just have Kate just going, oh my God, how scary. I'm so glad your kid's okay. Instead of letting this person know the real information about this vaccine, the fact that it does not cause SIDS. And she claims that she is promoting people be educated on vaccines. So, Kate, I think you dropped the ball here. And see, now that's my issue. That is my issue with Kate, is she does things like that. And I don't understand. Here's another one where we have Washington, D.C. defeat the mandates. March calls for end to draconian COVID-19 vaccine requirements. For those that do not know, I am in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Right now, we have a situation where we have a bunch of truckers that have created an entire picketing event. Everyone's out there against the vaccine mandates, against vaccines just in general. We got a mix of people out there. When you have a protest and then you just have a bunch of stragglers kind of join on. Yeah, we've had Nazi flags flowing. We've had some craziness going on here in Ottawa. And I don't think that during a pandemic, it is smart to tell people not to get vaccinated. Okay? It's not intelligent. It's people that are not getting vaccinated and fighting against these mandates that are actually keeping this here. So if you are going to be someone out here telling people that you are promoting education of vaccines, the proper education, why would you post something like this and then say, yesterday there was a major anti-mandate protest in DC, major enough to have the mainstream media covering it for once. I don't know when they haven't covered this. But anyway, I mean, they've been covering what's going on here in Ottawa quite a lot, just saying. The coverage wasn't favorable. To who, Kate? To you? I thought it was great. Because they were like, look at these people. They are stupid. And I was like, agreed. A bunch of stupid people that want to make this thing last longer, spreading misinformation, fear-mongering people, and then a bunch of conspiracy theories thrown in there that aren't going to get vaccinated now. And then we're going to be doing this for years to come because of them. It's becoming harder and harder for them to do this. And they're relying on the ignorance of the general public to do it. They're relying on it. And the ignorance We are getting our information from the best people in the medical and scientific fields right now in terms of COVID, what's going on with it, the vaccinations. They've done studies galore on this thing here in Canada, especially. Health Canada goes through it all. You have to pass a lot of tests before you could even use something here. It's safe, okay? You're not getting a microchip. Bill Gates isn't trying to control you with 5G. The government is not trying to start a new world order. Calm down. It is not taking away your rights and freedoms, because when your choice can affect the life of someone else, since thousands of people have died from this, and what you don't understand is the reason why they had to put in these mandates is because of people like you. So you're actually the one creating the problem. They didn't have to put in mandates if we all just agreed to actually care about the lives of everyone else, do the fucking herd immunity thing, get vaccinated, follow the rules, and then eventually this thing would have dwindled and gone away. Instead, now we're looking at new variants of it, and then we have idiots out in the street protesting. Who's ignorant? The people that are following the doctors, that are caring about the lives of people in our world? Or the people that are following a published study from years ago that has been debunked a bazillion times? And you, Kate, who sits here all day long spreading misinformation and not educating your community properly about any of this. For example, they have now branded Dr. Robert Malone, who invented mRNA technology. No, he didn't. No. See, he had a hand in it, but it's not all him. I don't know what you're talking about. Stop listening to the crazy man, please. And made all of these vixes possible as an anti-vix scientist. He was in the attendance at the rally. Yes, we know he was. Yes, he's a moron, and he was there. We get that. They're hoping that most people don't realize just how many well-educated, intelligent, independent thinking doctors, researchers, and others are actually a part of this movement now. Let me tell you something, people of the world, little disclaimer to everyone out there. All right, little disclaimer. Okay. Yes, many of the ICU patients are the unvaccinated. Exactly. You're very right. They actually did a study and it was like between 70 and 85% every time they study. Over here anyway. But let me tell you something. The anti-vax community is a conspiracy theory community that manipulates people, all so that they can make money off of these ideas. That's all it is. It does not matter how intelligent you are, how educated you are, or any of the sort. You can still be manipulated into thinking conspiracy theories are true. You can still be manipulated into cults. You can still be manipulated into religion. Because if you ask me, I personally believe that organized religion is a cult. Me and my atheist ass, I know, but I do. So, are you going to tell me that everyone that's involved in all that stuff, they're all dumb people or ignorant? No. Lots of educated people fall into that. The morons who created the anti-vax community with their stupid fake report about the measles vaccine were all doctors. Right? Yeah. Stupid morons. So basically, that does not matter. I hate that. I hate it when people try to use that as a one-up. Like, we have lots of educated people in the anti-vax community. Lots of educated people in cults. Lots of educated people get manipulated into conspiracy theories. Sometimes it's easier for educated people to get manipulated because they fall down the rabbit hole trying to research it, being educated, looking into it. And then it can kind of have the opposite effect. That's happened a lot. So that's not an argument to me. And I'm really tired of hearing it because people also say things like, oh, only stupid people fall for scams or MLMs or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, they actually like to go after intelligent people so that they can say this, this thing right here. It's so that they can say that. It's so that they can use them like a token. Look at us. We got smart people here. So you can believe us. We're legitimate. We have smart people. That's all it is. This is not a fringe group of wackos. This is a legitimate scientific debate. Is it scientific? Or is it about my rights and freedoms? Because, like, if we're going by a scientific debate, like, I won. I won, Kate! All science says, get the vaccine. All medical science says, get the vaccine. Look at that. I didn't even have to debate you, and I already won. I think what you are talking about is pseudoscience. This is a debate from pseudoscience versus science. You're on the pseudoscience side. I'm on the science side. I think I win. I don't know. Maybe my viewers will let me know. They can't debate us on science or morality. Again, Kate, you forgot the word pseudo there. And again, I'm the one who cares about herd immunity and having myself and everyone vaccinated so that those who are autoimmune, those that cannot be vaccinated are still protected. I feel like that gives me more morals than people who are out here going, my rights and freedoms. I don't care if thousands of people are dying of COVID. I ain't getting no vaccine. They're trying to put a chip in me. I don't know, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. So they have to brand us as crazies. I don't know. You all try to brand me as crazy. I got a whole bunch of alt-right creators constantly trying to brand me as crazy, but whatever. It's been their only move and remains their only move. What is our only move? To brand you as crazy? I mean, I got to call a spade, Kate. That's kind of what I do here. Queen of Spade, you know. What we need to do is keep trying to reach all those in the middle. Sorry, I was live reacting to my head exploding because this is what they do. They look for the vaccine hesitant and the people that maybe do have some good questions at the beginning. It's okay to hear about a vaccine and be like, I want to research this and look into it and make sure it's safe. All right? That thought is okay. Then if you look at the proper information instead of the propaganda they are releasing, you will see it is safe. And then you'll come to the conclusion of, yes, this is a better idea than not getting vaccinated. Okay? What they want to do, they want to find those people that first have that seed in their head, and then they want to take them and go, listen to us. Come into our conspiracy theory. Believe what we say about the vaccines. We're just educating. And it's like, no, don't manipulate those people, please. They were doing critical thinking. They were on the right track, Kate. Why are you and a bunch of people out here just trying to steal them and then put them on the wrong side? I don't know. And apparently these people don't have strong feelings. I mean, that's a little insulting, Kate. Jeez. And help them see the bias and the wild claims that are being made. All they need to understand is that there are truly two sides to the issue. In the mainstream, is Fox News not mainstream anymore? Okay. Is simply wrong. This is real unrest. as there should be over mandates, and a large part of our country doesn't support what's going on here. Well, because of people like you and a bunch of YouTubers and morons on TV that keep spreading propaganda. They just want to make their own choice, which for some is to vax and leave everyone else alone. I feel like you're pushing people to be anti-vax more than I push people to be vax. I'm just saying. Those who keep insisting on needing to control the choices of others need to be accountable for their harm. Okay, Kate. All right, let's do that. I have a great. That sounds good. Let's do that, Kate. Those who keep insisting on needing to control the choices of others need to be held accountable for their harm. So I'll tell you what, Kate. I'm going to start holding you accountable for the people who don't get vaccinated and end up in the ICU or possibly dead because you're out here spreading that propaganda. Can I hold you accountable for their harm? I like this. I like this. You're right. Let's do that. Good idea, Kate. Just remember you were the one that said it, okay? You were the one that said it. Don't forget. Don't forget, Katie. No, for example, look at QAnon. There are plenty of people who believe, and it's actually broken up families. Exactly. And I would consider QAnon to be a cult, right? It is a cult. I've had friends cover it that like straight up are like, this is a cult. It is. And that's what cults do. Is they break up families because anyone that doesn't have that belief system are automatically shafted. It's like they're negative, they're trying to control you, they're the ones that want to hurt you. So unfortunately, it can get into people's heads, even in multi-level marketing commercial cults. A lot of people don't realize that pyramid schemes, MLMs, that stuff, they're actually called commercial cults. They're cults. And even that breaks up families. Oh, your family member doesn't want you to be in a pyramid scheme. Ditch them. They don't want you to succeed. Excuse me. So, like, yeah, it happens. So then we have this. Jesus Christ, Kate. Why are children in the United States experiencing a historically unprecedented burden of chronic illness? Do you want to know why, Kate? Because you morons have taken on the world and gotten a bunch of new anti-vaxxer people around. So now people are ending up sick. Pandemic won't go away. You've brought back diseases from the past that were gone and eradicated. So yeah, now children are more sick. She says the list of chronic health issues that U.S. children face, which, by the way, when were you only into recruiting U.S. people? Like, I'm in Canada. You try to get people from my country in this thing. I don't know why you only talking about the U.S., but okay. Chronic health issues that U.S. children face, sometimes nearly from birth, includes neurodevelopmental conditions, autoimmune illnesses, atopic disorders, mental health problems, and more. Oftentimes, multiple conditions overlap, or one condition increases the risk for subsequent disorders. Children with chronic conditions now make up over 70% of pediatric intensive care hospital admissions. It is clear that something is wrong. What do you think is going on here? Well, okay, hopefully I answered your question at the beginning of this because that's what I believe has a lot to do with it. I do. Now we're on to this. Kate's so fun. She just gets better and better and better as we go along, doesn't she? Stealth Omicron, scientists investigating new version of variant that's less likely to be detected by tests. Do you know why this thing is here, Kate? Do you know why we have a whole new virus? You should look into it. Apparently, regular Omicron didn't scare the public enough. Yeah, no, because we're just making it up. It's all a conspiracy theory. Okay? The thousands of people that are dying all over the world. from the COVID. Just a conspiracy. Yeah, why don't you go look at a child that's lost their mother and tell them that, Kate? Go look a kid in the eyes that has lost their mother to this and tell them that you think that this whole thing is just the government trying to scare us. Since you're all about families, right? What are your thoughts every time you hear about a new variant? My thoughts are, oh, crap. This thing keeps hanging around here longer than it has to because there are morons who won't just get the friggin' vaccine and follow the rules. And now we're getting all these new variants because this thing's able to just continue and develop and that's what I think. That's just me, though. I don't know. And then I think, damn, I got to do more videos about people like Modern Alternative Mama to help us combat these stupid people. That's just me, though. Maybe. Well, actually, I'm not the only one doing that. It's a strange cult, though, because they claim Q is everyone. I did a slight video on QAnon, and it actually got removed from the platform. I was very weirded out by that, but I am probably going to be looking into it very, very soon. A little better, and hopefully they don't try to get it down. So here we have, what's holding you back from switching to natural remedies, right? Which, again, it's not the worst post. If this woman had only posted this and didn't post all the other stuff that I showed you, it doesn't look that bad. Okay? But knowing that she is using those who maybe use natural remedies out there and enjoy to use holistic medicine along with Western medicine, a lot of people out there do. Nothing wrong with that. You're trying to take those people and then manipulate them slowly into being anti-vax while using this and your MLM. And that is what I don't like. So she wants to know what's holding people back. She says maybe they don't know where to start, or they're too expensive, or unsure if they'll work, scared to try. And then underneath it, she says, just getting started on your health journey? We have so many free guides that can help. Find them here. So many free guides. One of her free guides, by the way, is a complete anti-vax guide. Yeah. And then she has them all listed. Because this was really just a way for her to be like, hey, come check out my other stuff. Which then leads you into all of her, shenanigans. That's what I'll call them. Shenanigans. Important news. Extra. Read all about it. At least they're doing that. I will say, at least they're putting the visit the COVID information center for vax. I like that. Go Facebook, go. At least, there's that. Also withdraw the workplace vaccine mandate after facing lethal blow by U.S. Supreme Court. Yesterday, they announced they're dropping the V or test mandate for private businesses. This is a key victory because it means private businesses are safe for now. But it's not over yet. Oh no, Kate. Scared. They are still planning to try to create long-term rules addressing C safely in the workplace through regular channels. This will include public comment periods, so we'll have more of a voice, and we should use it. You say you want a revolution, Sorry. This likely happened because they were told that they were going to lose in court. The mandate was only stayed, not fully defeated, and was going back to the Sixth Circuit to be fully heard, and probably would have landed back at the Supreme Court for a final decision. If that happened, legal precedent would be set, and they couldn't try again at all. So we think that's why they withdrew it. They didn't want that finality on their books. It's all to get control with our conspiracy theories. Further, they're still keeping the mandate for healthcare workers. Oh my God! No, we can't make it so that the people that are around the pandemic, the virus the most, actually have to get a vaccine to protect themselves and the people around them. Oh, awful, awful, awful government in the US you people have. Wanting the healthcare workers to be protected and protect their family and friends because they're around it all the time. Jesus. Damn government trying to take control. Ugh. My head hurts just from like pretending to be that person for a whole, 5 seconds? No one in power is going to stand up for them. They are telling you when you join their system, you've sold your body and soul to it. I'm atheist, so I don't believe in souls. Anyway, only mass defecting from it and creating something better independently is going to create real change there. What are you saying here, Kate? Are you saying like you trying to like rise up your whole community here? They're like, let's go to the Supreme Court, the White House. Let's pick it and tell them all we won't let them stick us. It's like, oh, for fuck's sakes, just stop. Just stop your stupidness. You're stupid. This is stupid. But a cautious temporary victory for many. Victory. That's a big word to use, isn't it? We'll watch many companies start to lift their private mandates soon. And then please be careful going to those places because they apparently don't care if while you're in their establishment, you can contract this thing and possibly die. I'm just saying. So, that's up to you though. Finally, getting on to some good stuff. I consider this a victory. Oh no. I like this little victory though. Get out of here, bot. The US has the most deaths for being a wealthy country. Yes, it is because although wealthy as a country, apparently it is full of idiots who do not get a vaccine. Well, there are people in other countries out there that would risk their lives to get the privilege of getting a vaccine to protect themselves and everyone around them. We have people fully capable of walking into a clinic at any time to protect themselves and the people around them, and they're just like, nah, I'm good. I think I'll just spread it around. Then we can create more viruses in the future. It'll be fun. And they apparently don't care about those people in those countries that don't have access to vaccines. See, herd immunity, when it comes to a worldwide pandemic, means that you all getting vaccinated in your country also adds to helping people in the other countries. I know it's a crazy thought, but the more it lasts in our countries, the more it also lasts in those ones. We should be getting rid of them here and then helping those people get rid of them there. And I just don't understand why you would be against that as a human being. Where is your empathy for other people? I'm just asking. And this woman wants to be an influencer in the holistic medicine community. Lovely. Fabulous. And she wants to run an MLM company. Great. Perfect. But at least Facebook is done with her shit. Facebook is as done with Kate's shit as I am done with Kate's shit. Because there have been several of us that have been reporting Kate's shit on here. I will admit, I am one of the people that if I see her do these posts and they have this wrong information, I report it. I report every single anti-vax post that I come across on all social media. And I will continue to until you all get a brain. So, Or at least shut up. I mean, if you can't get a brain, at least just shut up. Stop putting other people in danger and trying to manipulate them. That, you know? So Facebook is like, listen, you continuously have been violating our community standards by spreading vaccine misinformation and not educating people properly. So they are telling her that her page is at risk of being unpublished. So she's on restricted. She is not being seen as much, which I am happy about. And I do ask everyone, please report, 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 report. Before this pandemic, I was like, maybe we shouldn't report everything. Maybe some people are just, like Huns and stuff even. Since this thing, I'm like, report them all, take them all down, shut them up. I don't care because they're putting people's lives in danger. But Kate here, instead of being like, maybe it's because I'm like spreading bad information. She goes, Facebook's coming after us. Oh no, they're coming after her. We don't know how much longer we have on this platform. So if you'd like to stay in touch, make sure you're on our email list. We're also on Instagram. Report that too. TikTok. Report that too. And I've recently joined Parler. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to find out to report that too. Links to join our email list and follow us on other platforms in the comments. Oh, thank God. She left it for me. Perfect. And it isn't Kate also, by the way, that you'll notice is on Parler. It's Earthly. Earthly Wellness. Her MLM. That she uses to shill her anti-vax crap and manipulate people to be anti-vax. And do things like not take their kids to the hospital if they break their arm. Okay, that's not good. That's not good at all. If you want more information on that, I did do a video on her a while ago where I did talk about that. And I believe I even used the clip from Jeff Holiday's video where he discusses that. So Kate here has written a book. I know, I almost can't say it without laughing, but I tried. It's called Meet the Green Family. What a name, right? Green. Why are they green? Because they live green. They're living green. Holistic medicine, health, green. The Green Family. Their names are Axel, Papa, Soleil, River, Mama, and Violet. And she says, so excited for this. My new children's book is due out in late spring. Let me know if you want me to read it. The Green family lives on a homestead in the Midwest and is all about natural health, using natural remedies, real food, homeschooling, and more. Cool. So apparently people that use natural remedies, real food, do homeschooling, look like this. Okay. All right. This is the whole family pictured together for the first time. Okay. It's an interesting cartoon. I'm wondering about the proportions of it, but, and like Mama's looking a little frumpy. But anyway. It's time to normalize healthy choices for children and have stories they can identify with. Oh, lovely. Great. Great. Look at Kate. I want to indoctrinate all your children too. I'm making children's books. Oh, for fuck's sakes, just stop. I'll be sharing more about this journey and where you can get it once it's available in the coming weeks. Oh, yeah. Love this. I can't wait to get it for my kids. Will it be a series? Yes, I have several more planned. God, this is so exciting. Where can I get this book once it's available? I have an email list that you can sign up to get notified when it's ready. I'm gonna go on it. Beautiful. I absolutely love this. This is my family, like blended and even the name. uh, Green? Am I insane? Her name is Green? Okay, moving on. I love this. I love this concept. I signed up for it. Can't wait. Can't wait. All these people that are just literally like, I cannot wait to indoctrinate my children with your book because you best believe she's going to have anti vax stuff all over it. Instead of it being the Green family, she probably should have just called it the anti vax family. Kate hates all medicine and does not think that you should ever take your kids to the hospital. Okay? And I want to talk about this because growing up, I had an issue. I still have an issue with adenoids, breathing, all kinds of stuff, and was in and out of hospital constantly. And one of the things that I always had were earaches as well. A lot of issues with my sinuses, all that stuff's connected. People keep telling me I always sound stuffy or like I have a cold. No, bitch, that's how I sound. Okay? Stop coming at me for my health issues. It's not classy. So, as you see, we have this beautiful earthly wellness post that says, your child wakes up crying with an earache. You, A, immediately call the doctor. It's time for another round of antibiotics. B, give Tylenol or other mild pain relievers and maybe some extra probiotics and wait it out for a few days. If it's not better, time to head to the doctor. Number C, pull out the warm garlic mullein oil and call the chiropractor. Which options have you found works best for earaches, or have you found another way of dealing with them other than the hospital? Let me tell you what's wrong with this. Okay. The answer is A. The answer is A. Okay? Get your kid to the doctor as quickly as possible. Earaches are awful. It is okay, for example, if your kid wakes up in the middle of the night and maybe it's impossible for you to leave in the middle of the night to go to the doctor. All right. There are some people that, for example, live in the city. Maybe they don't have a vehicle and like transit isn't running. Things like this, you can give your kid Tylenol, try and calm them down for the rest of the night and then go to the hospital as soon as you can. If you are the type of person that sees your child in pain with an ear infection, and you hope to wait it out for a few days while your kid's in excruciating pain and feeling awful. And you can sit there watching your kid like that just to not go see a doctor. You might be a sociopath. I don't know. Maybe I just have a mother instinct, something you would think someone that calls themselves modern alternative mama would have. But if my kid's in pain, I'm doing whatever I can to get that to stop. Okay? I'm not waiting a few days. I'm not going to a chiropractor for an earache and giving my kid some warm essential oils. Okay? I'm not doing that. I'm not. I'm not. That's a stupid idea, Kate. And then she says, Earthly Wellness has drops. Soothes earaches fast with our natural effective drops. Our organic formula uses the power of extra virgin olive oil infused with mullein for its antibacterial properties, to combat those pesky earaches. Let me tell you something, Kate. I went in and out of hospital as a child so many times for so many years. And then I needed 2 surgeries to stop my earaches. You are telling parents to ignore this in their children And what? Just give them oil for pesky earaches? What if it's a larger issue? The only way you can find that out is if you go to the doctor, Kate. Okay, Google cannot look in your kid's ears. Google cannot do tests on your kid and then tell you what your kid needs. And then they cannot write you a prescription or arrange for your kid to have surgery, get tubes put in their ears, or whatever else can be done. I'm not a medical doctor. I do not give medical advice. But I will tell people, please go to the doctor instead of giving your kid essential oil. Because smart people say that. They don't use kids' pain to sell their MLM products. That disgusts me. And I don't know how you can do that. I just don't, especially as a mom. And since that pissed me off so much, we just need to take a moment and laugh for a minute. So this is Kate coming home from Costco, and she likes to post this up. I need to laugh, okay? That last one stressed me out. And she says, after Costco, my car looks like this. I drove a little further. No, this is the part that pisses me off, though. To the one that doesn't make me put on a stupid mask and doesn't harass me about it either. And they had a better selection, too. Winning today. I hope you fucking get COVID. So, sorry. Didn't mean to say that out loud. So, she posts this up. And as you can see, like, I don't know why she's got so much cheese. And Kate is all about natural, healthy eating. This is not the best way to get lettuce if you're into that. Same with the carrots. So I'm just wondering, she's getting like pre-washed. You cutting some corners there, Kate. You're cutting some corners. The fact that you need to go extra to not wear a mask pisses me off. Everyone knows I feel like you should wear a mask. Okay? There's a reason why stores are like, please wear a mask. And I wish the other Costco would get in on that. But then this person goes, that's a lot of cheese. This is hers too. This is great. That's a lot of cheese. Do you use it for snacking recipes? Both? Not judging, just curious because my kids aren't big cheese eaters. I'm judging. It's a lot of cheese. It's a lot of cheese. Okay, her kids are not pooping for months with this amount of cheese. My kids love cheese and would eat a block in a day if I let them, among all 6. Yes, she has 6 kids because don't use birth control. That's bad, right? I'm hoping this will last 2 months or more and we will use for both snacks and meals. Thanks. I'm a grocery all junkie, so things like this are so interesting to me. Like how much cheese you eat. And the fact that you're all about this healthy eating stuff, but then you're buying this type of iceberg lettuce. And anyway, I guess that's just, that part's none of my business. All right. I guess maybe I'm just being petty with that one. I don't know. So then we have this. This is just makes me want to scream. When you're not feeling well, allopathic approach, call doctor, wait for appointment, take time off work, pay copay, still in waiting room, get 10 minutes with the doctor, watch doctor Google your symptoms. Are you fucking kidding me right now, Kate? You think doctors Google? All those years of school and residencies at the hospital. No, they don't mean nothing. No, you're right. They must use Google. Get a prescription. Wait at pharmacy. Pay for expensive drug. Experience side effects. Finally feel better. Not sure if drug actually helped. Are you fucking kidding me right now, Kate? Breathe, queen. Breathe. Okay, natural approach. Go on internet to look up your symptoms on reputable websites. What is that? Like WebMD? WebMD? Everyone, if you're sick, go look at WebMD. Do you know how stupid that sounds? Apparently not. Choose an expensive remedy from home or order to arrive shortly. I understand that in the US you have to pay a lot more for healthcare than I do here in Canada and even people in the UK and etc. I get that. But let me assure you that if you don't get the proper healthcare treatment when you need it, it will actually end up costing you way more down the line. Especially if you get more sick because you didn't get the appropriate healthcare. Then you pay more. So to go to the hospital right away, you're actually saving money than if you wait. But like I said, maybe that's just me and the right medical information that I'm throwing out into the world. And then she says, feel better quickly without side effects. Without side effects, I just read a post where you said that if your kid has an ear infection, you should let them suffer for days. Your kid broke their arm and you didn't take them. No side effects? You think there's no side effects from that? What about pain? That's a side effect, by the way, Kate. I'm just, in case you didn't know, it's a side effect, okay? Hello, Joe. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're having a good day at work. It is Friday. You call the effing doctor. I know. Yeah, it's still a lot of food that she picks up, but I am gonna say, like, she makes like 2 chickens, like, and then wants to get like 3 meals out of that for her and her man and the 6 kids. And that worries me a little bit. But I'm not here to judge the food she's given the kids as much as I am to judge the misinformation like this that she's throwing out into the world about healthcare and vaccines. Have you ever had a health issue, looked up your symptoms and figured out what it was, and then went to the doctor just for them to tell you what you already knew? Yeah, but, like, I still needed to go to the doctor for them to confirm it because I'm not a doctor. I can't see into my own ear, for example, you know? But anyway, let's keep going. Pharma. Big bad pharma. Pharma's coming to get you. It's the pharma! The pharma!
Hi, bitch. I think you lost your goddamn mind.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go. So pharma wants people to believe that they need doctors to tell them what is wrong and what drugs to use. Okay, where are you getting drugs at? Are you just like, Kate's out here like, we don't need doctors. I'll just go see the guy at the street corner. Like, for fuck's sake. Of course, there are times when doctors are needed. When, Kate, I have never, your kid broke their arm, Kate. Oh, for crying out loud, if that was ever a time that a doctor was needed. When have you promoted people go to the doctor, even in a need? I have never once seen you post. In the many years I have been following you, since you were covered by Jeff Holiday, I have never once seen you promote. This is a great time to go to the doctor, guys. I swear to God, your kids could have all of their limbs broken and be bleeding out of their head, and you would still use it as an opportunity to be like, we don't need to go to the doctor. I'm putting these tea leaf oils and essential oils, and I got something at Earthly Wellness that will make all their joints come back. It'll be great. Like, really, Kate? You don't do that. So I get so mad at you when you're like, I'm the one that educates. Because there are some people in this world that do educate about holistic medicine and its use. And they don't spew all this bullshit. So when are these times? But in many cases, they're just not necessary. Lord, Kate. Wrong info. This woman is like, please go to WebMD. Google what you have. Every time I go to WebMD, they tell me I'm dying. So I don't know. I guess so if I'm dead, then I don't have to go to the doctor. So now we have this, some more anti-vax rhetoric from this freaking woman. And again, it just makes me so happy. Visit the COVID-19 Information Center. Every time I'm like, thank you, Facebook. Thank you for doing this. Thank you. We need this because of people like UK. See, we need Facebook to monitor information being put in the world because of people like you spreading the misinformation. Do you see how you're actually the reason for the mandates and all the problems and all the things you complain about? Because my favorite is the irony of that. The reason why these things are all put into place is because of morons like you that want to be anti-vax and not wear masks and just be idiots. All right, that's why. The reason why Facebook has to put this on here is because there were so many people spreading misinformation about COVID and the vaccines and stuff that they had to be like, holy crap, we got to make sure that people know to get the right information or at least provide it to them somewhere whenever it's brought up. That's because of people like you, Kate. The woman that's about to have her Facebook page shut down for it. You are the cause of the problems you all complain about in this anti-vax / we aren't anti-vax, we're just for vaccine education community. You're the reason for it. The rest of us were just going to follow the rules. If we had all done that, then they wouldn't have to do it. Do you get that? No? Okay. Anyway. Fauci says that children younger than 4 will get 3 doses of COVID vaccines in order to protect them. Okay. You have a problem with that? He's completely out of control. There's zero justification. This is child abuse. This is child abuse. Do you know what's child abuse? D. Medical neglect is a form of child abuse, which I would argue a lot of you in this group are doing. That's more child abuse than getting vaccines. Child abuse is having measles parties so that your kid gets the measles. And so you can take pictures of them on Facebook and say, look at us, we didn't get vax. My kid has the measles. Aren't they great? And then someone in your community's kid dies and you use that to be like, oh no, they must have died from the very first vaccine that we got before we became anti-vax or some bullshit to spread your misinformation. I consider all that to be child abuse. But I guess you do you. And I'll do me, protecting my kid, making sure she gets all of her vaccines, bringing her to the doctors if she gets an ear infection or breaks her arm, And, whatever. It's okay. We're just putting kids in danger. It's good. Go modern alternative mama. Oh God, we got more. I don't know how much more I could take. It doesn't stop, guys. It doesn't stop. This woman goes all day, every day, all day long, every day. Just misinformation. Constant. If she's not spreading misinformation, she's posting up the grossest recipes I've ever seen in my goddamn life. I have never seen someone cook beef jerky like this woman does. But anyway, you can go check that out. I will, at the end of this, be leaving the link to her page down below if you want to come and check it all out for yourself. Please always do your own research on things. It's okay to research the vaccines. Just make sure you're doing it with the actual resources that should be used. And you're not getting your information from people like Kate or a bunch of these idiot conservative YouTubers out here. Or like Hollywood idiots like Russell Brand. That's all I ask. That's all I ask is instead of listening to people like that, listen to people that, have medical licenses, People that went to school for years and years and years to practice, did residencies. Just listen to them instead, please. Kate, I don't even know if you graduated high school. I don't care either way. No matter what, this is stupid. So, of course, here she's again saying, have you ever gone to the doctor with a health concern for them to just guess what could be wrong and write you a prescription that will maybe take care of your issues? And then you're told that if you're still experiencing the same issue or if it gets worse, come back? How is this helpful? Why do they think it's okay to play guessing games with our health? Has this ever happened to you? Says the lady. Oh my God, my head just exploded. Says the lady who was literally like, hey guys, instead of going to the doctor, Google. Really? Really, Kate? How is that helpful? Okay, like I said, every time I go to WebMD, they tell me I'm dying. I could be like, I'm having a headache, pressure in my forehead. They'll be like, you have brain cancer. Go to the hospital right now before you die. You have 10 minutes to live. I'm like, what the? Ah! So just no. Okay? No. Let me explain something to you, Kate. The doctors know what medicines to give people. Sometimes those medicines don't work. It can be for many reasons. It could be the patient maybe forgot a dose, and it could be their issue. It could be something within their biology that the medicine isn't like reacting properly like it should. There are lots of things it can be. Google will not tell you that though, but the doctor will. So if a medication is not working for you, they say, please come back to us so that we can then, keep going to figure out what's wrong and then fix you. It's actually quite helpful. It's real helpful. I like it. Sometimes people get sick with things and it could be a few different things. And then you do have to play a little bit of guessing games. But I would rather play guessing games with the doctors at the hospital than guessing games with you and Google at home. Okay? I feel like my outcome of me getting better is higher if I go with the hospital route. But, again, maybe that's just me, okay? Luckily, guys, don't worry. Don't worry. We only have a few more. I know. Your heads are all sore. I apologize. Just think. I read this thing a few times a week. And just head explodes. So then she posts this. COVID will always be an epidemic virus, not an endemic one. Scientist warns. Yeah, part of the reason for that is because of people like you. Oh my God, my head. I can't do this with idiots anymore. People say I'm the crazy one, but then look at this. What is this? What is this? Oh. Then maybe we should get over it and just move on with our lives. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, just get over it. Again, people have lost family members to this, friends to this. Just get over it, guys. Like, really? Those who choose to be, great. Those who choose not to be, great. Kate, it's very, very easy to see where you actually stand with that. Can you stop trying to manipulate people into thinking that you're just trying to give them proper information and let them make their own decisions? Okay? You are obviously leaning towards not vaccinating is better. Okay? It's time to realize that C is here to stay and do what we can to take care of ourselves, however you choose to do that. All right, now we get to the part where Queen saw and went, oh my God, I've lost my mind now. I have to do a stream on this. You see that comment? Do you see it? Do you see what they're saying here? Kate, you have infiltrated my country. And I need you out. I need you out as badly as I need Michael Williams out with his on passive scam. I now need you out of my country. because we have someone commenting here. I'm Canadian. We do not claim this woman. She is not one of ours. Okay? I revoke her status as a Canadian. We have set a Guinness World Record for longest truck convoy for freedom. Oh, great. My country's big proud moment is that we set a Guinness World Record for the longest truck convoy of anti-vax idiots and anti-mandate morons. I'm not celebrating that, Lisa. What the hell is wrong with you? We have flooded our nation's capital city, Ottawa. Yeah, get the fuck out of my city. Get out. Get out. I don't want you here. Get out. You're blocking the roads. You're blocking the borders. All right. We don't get. Go. Go the fuck out. To peacefully take our rights back. Bitch, you had people there with a Nazi flag. Are you kidding me? Peacefully. We peacefully block the roads with our trucks and scream and yell at people with their masks on that are walking around their own city. When half of us aren't from here. So peaceful. We've raised over $10 million that could go towards helping the pandemic. $10 million that could go towards making sure that people in third world countries get vaccines. $10 million that could feed the homeless. I could think of 10 million things that would be better to do with this $10 million than give it to this truck convoy. That is all out here, spreading their anti-vax, anti-mask bullshit. This is so awesome to watch. Yeah, are you in Ottawa right now? No, shut up. Whether mainstream media wants to share about it or not, I cannot turn on the news right now in my city without them all talking about it. Why are you pretending like mainstream media is not covering this convoy? I am very, very concerned. The Who is about to be exposed. I like that band. That's all I got for that one. Sorry, comedy I need. We vote to get over it. I vote we get over it. I'm tired of hearing about it. You know how we can get over it? If everyone follows these goddamn mandates, gets their goddamn vaccines, and then we let it fade out, like we did with a bunch of the other viruses that you morons brought back. I know, it's a crazy concept, isn't it? Crazy, crazy concept. So I have another one that I want to share. But I'm going to have to share, stop sharing, and then share. Because this is one, guys, where Kate is using her 6-year-old child. I do not want to actually put her kid's face on. Because I don't. That's me. I don't like it when people show my kid's face on their streams. So I want to show people's kids' faces on mine. As you can see, though, there's this post here. I have it so we can't see the kid's face right now, and then I'll stop sharing, scroll up, and then show you the rest of the picture I want you to see. And she has, my 6-year-old has a message for everyone, laughing out loud. I don't find it funny, but okay. And then in brackets, he wouldn't stop being silly and sticking out his tongue, but that kind of worked for this. That kind of worked for this, she says. So she has her kid, and they are sticking out their tongue. Sorry. There's been no violence, but there has been disrespect for national monuments, protesters asking for food from homeless shelters, and people are pissing and crapping. Yes, very true. We actually had a group of people go into one of the homeless shelters here and demand that they be fed, stealing from our homeless. And we have quite a large homeless community here in Ottawa. There's a lot of places for the homeless people here, and we have a lot of them travel here from kind of around the Ottawa area, during the winter time, because there's a lot more resources for them here in Ottawa. So we end up with more homeless people in the wintertime than even in the summertime in this city somehow, a lot of the winters. So we need the shelters to have food and beds for homeless people. We do not need to be feeding and housing a bunch of moronic truckers and other people that want to come and cry about how they want to spread COVID to everyone and the government doesn't want to let them. Okay? They messed up the Terry Fox monument and a few other ones. Sorry, I've had a long week. So I can't think of all of them. I remember for sure that they did mess up the Terry Fox one, which I don't know what Terry Fox ever did to any of you, but okay. And yeah, they've been, yeah, luckily no violence. I haven't heard anything, even being in the city and it being covered constantly. I haven't heard any violent situation where it's been like physical violence, but there have been some situations where someone had a Nazi flag out for a bit, and I don't consider that to be anything other than a hate crime. Like, I don't know why you would come out with that, but if they are employed, they can pay for their own food. Yeah, well, see, they're on strike right now because as truckers crossing the border, they would have to be vaccinated and they don't like this and truckers want to be able to come between countries. Basically, they're like, we want to be able to spread the COVID virus all over the world. What you got a problem with us for? Why are you making these mandates? That's how I look at it. That's all I see. They also parked their trucks on the tomb of the unknown soldier. Yeah, which a soldier, guys. Someone that fought for our country. You're messing with. While you're out here claiming my freedom, just, wrap your head around that. That makes no sense to me. The hypocrisy just, yeah, that's what I think. I have no patience for what these people are pulling in my city right now. I really don't. They're pissing me off. They've been here a while. It's still going on. But there's not much I can do about it other than talk about it and be like, this needs to stop. This is Kate's child, her 6-year-old, without his face showing. But I do have to show you the shirt. He does have his tongue sticking out in the picture, like she said. And the shirt says, maybe I'm vaccinated, maybe I'm not. Maybe it's none of your business. And then it's for sale, of course. You can get that shirt. Yeah. Lovely. Lovely. Awesome. So, Kay would like you to buy your kids this shirt. Kay would like you to tell your kids to tell people that, they don't have the right to ask you for that stuff. Even though in most places, like even here in Ottawa, in order for me to go eat in a restaurant, I have to prove I've been vaccinated. So you're also teaching your kids to go against the laws. Great parenting, Kate. Yep. No. Awesome job, Kate. Great job, lady. Definitely the mama that we all want to look up to. So, yeah. That's our girl, modern alternative mama. As you can see, she's quite the interesting woman. She's out here just spreading misinformation. We got people in there from Canada that are excited about what's going on here in Ottawa. It's just how I was like, okay, I've had enough of this. That was a post that did it for me. That was a post that caused this stream, if you are wondering. And you know what, Joe? Honestly, so do I. The greatest thing ever is when these anti-vax kids grow up and then go get vaccinated. I love it. I will celebrate everyone. I love it. I've ended up with a couple that have done that on my channel when I've gone through like the r/subreddits and stuff. I always celebrate that. Do not indoctrinate your children into weird conspiracy theories. Yes, Kate's kids are actually homeschooled, but she believes in non-schooling, which means that she doesn't believe that you should have to follow a curriculum. She doesn't believe that kids should be taught like certain things by certain ages, etc., etc. She basically thinks that in order to homeschool, you just have your kids at home, just hanging out, watching TV, doing their thing, and then they're supposed to just learn all of the core learning things they would need to know. She calls that homeschooling, but I can assure you that that's not what homeschooling is. And most people that homeschool their children put a heck of a lot of work into ensuring that their kids meet the requirements, could go do all the testing, have the curriculum. It's a hard job. And I feel like Kate just shits all over it and also adds that stigma of kids that are homeschooled are off and weird because a little odd. Okay, I'll say it. And that, parents who homeschool basically just lazy around the house all day and let their kids do whatever they want. And that's not the case. And especially in a time right now where I feel like homeschooling is more prevalent with everything that's going on, that's not really fair for her to be putting out into the world about people that do homeschool. Because there's a lot of reasons why kids may need to be homeschooled. For example, during the panorama, just because I like calling it that now, I was doing remote learning with my kid. That was easier for us for a year. And it's because my kid's on the spectrum. There's some parents out there that, if they have a kid with disabilities, maybe it's easier for them. There's some parents out there that have the means to do it, so they would rather do it for whatever reasons. Here we've had issues with residential schools. Sometimes people don't want to send their kids to schools that have been in residential schools. There's a lot that can go into why someone wants to homeschool, and I just think that there's an issue with her also promoting all these awful stigmas with it, which was kind of the issue that everyone had with her book, is that when she drew the pictures for the family in her book, she made the mom all frumpy with an apron and kind of gives this impression that women that do like holistic medicine and homeschooling are these frumpy homestead wives. And some people got insulted by it. Even within her own community, they were kind of like, well, why does the mom look like this, though? And she wasn't having it. She was deleting comments and that kind of thing. So, whatever. She's going to have her kids taken then because they monitor that. Yeah, they usually do. I am not one to call on someone. I don't feel like her kids are in actual danger, and I would feel like they probably are being monitored. In the past, she has had them show up, and I don't know. I don't think people should be calling CPS on her, though. Don't do that. That's not necessary. But, I mean, it is what it is with that. All we can do is really raise awareness, try to combat her her bullshit by talking about the misinformation she spreads, talking about the stigma she adds, and hopefully people in that community will wake up. I don't know how there's people following this woman. I've said this before. I really don't know. I find her very hard to listen to, even in her lives. I mean, I don't know. But it's the same with like Anash Mufara. We all wonder, how does this person get so many people to follow them and think they're great? And it has a lot to do with manipulation and people wanting community and people feeling like they're different. A lot of the anti-vax community are only anti-vax because they want to stand for something. It gives them some kind of purpose that's different from what everyone else is doing. You know? Yeah, and that's what I'm waiting to happen. She does have older children now that are going to want to go out into the world very, very soon. And I'm kind of watching to see how that turns out because that will be odd to kind of see how those kids are going to be able to have. It's not fair to the kids because they need to be your whole job as a parent is to get your kids ready for their next steps in life, right? So, like for example, my kid is in grade 2 right now. So we're doing all this stuff to kind of make sure that when she starts grade 3, she'll be prepared, that kind of thing. That's what you should be doing. And when you're not providing your kids with the proper core education they need, you really are not doing that. They are not then able to grow up and then go off and be good, responsible people in society that have the skills necessary to live a successful life. So if you as a parent, you're doing things to like mess that up for your kids, you probably shouldn't have kids. That's really the major point of parenting. That's what your job is as a parent. Of course, to love on them and do all that extra stuff, spend time with them, blah, blah, blah. But your main job is to ensure that these little humans get all the skills necessary to be able to grow up one day, be happy, be successful, and have all the skills that they need to go be productive, happy human beings. And you got to do it in every way, physically, mentally, emotionally, ensure they have all their school. And that's what parenting is. So if you're not doing at least that, it's like, well, what the hell are you doing, Kate? What are you doing? How are you a modern alternative mama that anyone should look up to who is raising natural, healthy families? You're not. And it scares me that there are other families that look to this woman for their advice when she's handing them out misinformation, promoting some very dangerous ways of thinking, and honestly, basically medical neglect for children. And she's still doing it. She's been doing it for years. And now, along with her earthly wellness business, it's gotten some more legitimacy. Right now in our world, holistic medicine's a big thing. This whole natural stay healthy, big thing. And so she's trying to cash in on that and then use her platform to also be like, and you shouldn't vaccinate your kids either. And I'm here to say, listen, ma'am, stop. No, ma'am, no, don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. It is not fair. Okay? Just stop it, Karen. Stop. So that's what she's been up to. This is more of the stuff that she's doing. I'm going to actually be getting into a little bit more about her homeschooling and what she does with that in the future, because I do think it's an important conversation to have. What she believes. She calls it non-schooling. So we'll get talking about that. I'll probably do a video or stream on that in a couple weeks from now. So stay tuned for that. And guys, give the stream a like, subscribe if you're new here. I do make content like this where I get very upset at the anti-vax community quite often. And I feel like I need to do it more now because a crazy world out here, okay? There's a lot of crazy things happening even in my city now, and I'm just done. I am done. I am done with the conspiracy theories and the rhetoric. Just stop it. So, again, give the video a like, join my amazing, fabulous members. All of the beautiful people do, and you don't want to be an ugly bitch like Kate, who is hurting thousands of families by spreading misinformation and preying on preying on natural living people, holistic medicine lovers, and the likes. Okay, don't be like her. So join our fabulous members. Have an amazing Friday. I'm staying inside today because my city's still crazy and I don't want to go out there. This all needs to stop, you see. It's all silliness and it needs to stop. And no matter where you are, what you're doing, I hope that you all have a fabulous day. Take care. Have a good weekend. I will see you tonight on the Recovering Hunbots channel and throughout the weekend on her channel to discuss the On Passive scam. So come check that out too. And other than that, I will see you Monday with an anti-MLM video. Mwah! Take care. Bye. And no, ma'am, no. You stop. We're getting you off Facebook, Kate. I think we've had enough.
Hi, bitch. I think you lost your goddamn mind.